has anybody got a pair of loppers? I need to cut my bush. And
Surely you responded to that. My mum will kill me.
you can teach a chimpanzee to write Shakespeare, can't you?
No, apparently you can't, Maria. I hate to be the one to break it to you. Hello and a very warm welcome to your weekly dose of Wanging On with Graham and Maria. Well, that's us. If you're looking for half-baked advice, this is the place to come.
Yes, it is.
How are you?
I'm all right, thank you very much.
I'm very frazzled. That's what I was waiting.
Are you in moving hell?
We are attempting to move. Listen, we're very, very lucky in that we're able to move kind of slowly, bit by bit.
Yeah, whatever.
But the house that we're moving out of,
yes,
which I didn't think had that much stuff in it.
OMG, Graham, so filled with stuff. You've been there 20 years.
Yeah. But books and things, I understand. Books you take with it.
Yes.
But it's the cupboards with kind of, one plate of a set of plates that I had 30 years ago.
There's a reason you kept it, though.
Well, not anymore.
Is that gone?
I am trying.
I would imagine you're more brutal about chucking things away than your husband.
And he's being all right, actually. I think because a lot of it is my old stuff.
Yes.
So, he's got no...
Letters from old boyfriends, things like that.
Kind of thing, yeah.
He loves to read those.
We'll keep all of these. No. So it's, yes, I think because it's my stuff, he's got no emotional attachment to it. So he's not bothered, but I am having to get through it all. And it strikes me that a house, I always think it's like a handbag. No matter what size of handbag you have, you'll fill it. Mm-hmm. And I think it's the same with a house. So I now discover I am a hoarder just with a big house. So,
yes.
it is all in cupboards because there were a lot of cupboards.
And people say what money does is it buys you space. The more money you have, the bigger the house, the bigger the spaces you have. But then you fill them and make them tiny spaces because there's everything there and a bureau there and a desk over there and bookshelves there, and suddenly the spaces get smaller. It's a madness, isn't it, really?
It is a mental thing. And actually, I think I'm okay because I am being good and throwing a lot of stuff away and selling things and getting rid of things. Because when you see those, they don't do that show anymore. You know the one where they used to put everything out, they used to take everything out of your house.
Yes.
And then you had to decide what was going back in.
Yes, is that Stacey Solomon?
No, she does something similar.
Yeah.
Is that what you eat or something? Does she put all the food you've eaten all week?
No. You put everything in a big warehouse so it looks even more, and then you have to go through it all. But you do it outside of the house itself. And then I think they have to get rid of a fifth or something.
But I just remember you'd see people kind of sneaking into the tent at night.
Get things back.
Yeah, and kind of, it's so sad.
Well, I think when you first start clearing up, what you do is you go through, open a drawer and then you go, oh, look at these photos. Oh, look, that was me when I was 15 and look at that. Oh, my school report. And suddenly it's 5 o'clock. And so then the following day you think, I've got to get hard about this.
But I find with photographs, because this is so old people talking. Because,
Well, we are.
Yeah, I know. But we're finding, I'm finding big stacks of photographs. Oh. And you go through and you see the first one and, it's me and some friends at a Christmas party. Oh, what a lovely memory. I'm going to keep that. Then there were 40 pictures of us all at that Christmas party. And then there's ones of, nothing, like a car parked badly and I've kept photographs with the sticker on it saying, oi, mate.
We can't develop this.
Try harder.
I mean, nobody develops their cameras anymore, do they? It's all on their iPhone. It's
all on your iPhone. Or it's busy in the cloud. But yeah, photographs are ridiculous. The amount of photographs I've kept, for no reason. And also, there's so much stuff in my house that unless, when I go, somebody thinks, oh, let's open a Graham Norton museum. There's a challenge for you, Maria. That'll be a nice job when I'm gone.
All right, thank you. If you leave me enough in the will to facilitate that, I'm very happy to. Obviously, it will be an island in a very small
underground.
place. But the awful thing is, I just cleared out my mum's place when my mum died, and she had kept on VHS tapes. Every television appearance I ever made, on This Morning, just talking about nothing or whatever, everything I ever did. And she labelled everything. And there were just so many of these VHS tapes.
Wow. Your sisters must have found that really, really lovely.
Very pleasing. Well, they said, we found all these tapes there, have them. And I went, put them in the skip, because I never keep anything that I've done. I never want to watch myself when I've done it, let alone look at it. There's a part of me that thinks, imagine being in a care home and looking back over your life. I don't want to do that ever.
That's quite depressing.
Do you want to do that?
No, I don't want to do that. But there are certain moments in my career that I kind of think, oh, wow, that happened. I don't want to watch old shows. I'm not that tragic.
No.
Yet.
But you can get somebody to do a show reel for you.
No, I don't want to watch anything moving. Oh. No, I remember we had a show, and it was a failure. We did a chat show on Comedy Central in America, but there was a big billboard.
Was it called Would You Rather?
No, it was called The Graham Norton Effect.
Oh, okay.
And there was a big billboard on Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
And someone took a picture of it. And I'm not going to throw that away, because that's kind of an amazing thing.
You've got the Wanging On billboard now.
Of course. Yes. Oh, heady days. Heady days.
Have we talked enough about hoarding?
No. I feel we hit a nice full stop with the Wanging On billboard.
Yes. That's what I was hoping for. But then I saw there was more coming from you. I wish you luck with your move.
Yeah, we're nearly done. Hey, it's time to sort things out for listeners. A problem will follow.
This episode is brought to you by I Swear, exclusively in cinemas from October the 10th.
And this is based on an incredible true story. I Swear, it's one of those British movies where they just get it right. You know what I mean? It's moving, uplifting, and it tells the life of a man called John Davidson. And he's a Tourette syndrome campaigner. He grew up with the condition in 1980s Scotland. So you can imagine, it was a time when the condition was little known and really misunderstood. Mm-hmm. And initially, he was kind of alienated from peers and family, and it took an extraordinary and transformative friendship alongside John's unwavering optimism to turn his life around. And like I say, it's just one of those things. It's a really funny film, but it's really heartfelt as well, and, hopefully inspiring.
It's starring Robert Arameo, and it's directed by Kirk Jones. It's the powerful, feel-good British drama that critics are calling uplifting and laugh-out-loud funny, and a film that may just change someone's life.
I Swear is exclusively in cinemas from October the 10th. Please open the first letter. I said open to give you a clue.
Okay. Dear Graham and Maria, I have a big dilemma.
I love it.
This has been stressing me out, and I need your help. I run a small accounting firm, and I recently hired a young man on a 6-month contract with a view to this then becoming a permanent staff position. He's got a great attitude. He's very keen, but so far he's utterly hopeless. Other staff members keep having to redo his work, and the situation isn't getting any better. Here's the kicker. He's my friend's son.
Uh-oh.
As we approach the end of the 6 months, I can't stop agonising over what to do. If it was anybody else, I'd just let him go, but I think my friend would be really surprised and hurt. Plus, I definitely need to fill this role on a more permanent basis. Help. And that is from Selena. Oh, you see, Selena, I love this letter. He's got a great attitude and he's very keen. But obviously he's quite young and he doesn't really know what he's doing. And maybe he's very nervous. You can teach a chimpanzee, to write Shakespeare, can't you?
No, apparently you can't, Maria. I hate to be the one to break it to you.
I read that somewhere on the internet.
That is not true.
No, but you know,
and also, if someone doesn't have aptitude for math, keen as they are, they're not going to be any good in an accounting firm. I just feel like, Selena, I think the person you need to deal with is not your friend. It's let's call him a man, because he's got a job now and he's a young man. And I think you need to sit him down and treat him with respect. Don't treat him like a child. You need to talk to him and say, how are you finding this job? Well, because she's the boss. Selena is the boss.
Yeah.
She's got to sit down and say, how are you finding this job? What are the bits you're finding difficult? Da, da, da. Now, if there is a way forward, if he says something that something unlocks in Selena, kind of, oh, is that why you're not very good at this?
Yeah.
Then great. Maybe they can solve it.
You like making coffee. We can put you on that.
Have you noticed the hedges outside are very overgrown?
I'm already thinking, can you not give him a job at your production company?
No, he's useless.
He's very keen and he's got a great attitude.
But useless.
I know, but do you not know people? You've been doing this a long time and had a company for a long time that started very badly and then found their feet. I'm trying to sort of stand up for him in some way because we don't start being great necessarily.
I think sometimes it is, not to blame your friend, Selena, but often I think it is parents who have not prepared children. They kind of think, oh, great, they're going off to work. And sometimes I think young people get to an office and they might be keen, have a great attitude, but then they will just stand there looking around, kind of waiting for something.
Feeling a bit nervous and helpless.
And kind of like, everyone seems to look very busy. And people are just looking at you thinking, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Because
I think with young people, you do have to kind of almost give them a timetable of what they should be doing and when. And, it is that thing sometimes if you give them someone to look after, then they're quite good at that. Can I get you something? Can I do that? Are you...
I remember back in the olden days where,
How many times do we say that?
I know. Well, we're going to say it more.
I know.
But, if we're having a guest on and they've done a feature in Heat magazine or something, you'd send the runner out to the shop
magazine.
to get the magazine. I mean, I am embarrassed more than once.
Wrong one.
No, lost.
Oh, lost.
Couldn't find their way back to the office. I mean, that's not good.
But you see, part of me kind of identifies with that because I know how awful it was when you're young and wanting to impress and not really knowing what to do or how to impress and not having any confidence.
Yeah.
But being lost is pretty grim. I mean, they could have left little breadcrumbs from your office so they could find their way back.
Or ask someone, anyone seen that Graham Norton? Have you seen him in this area?
Do you know where he works?
I mean, I remember when I was at drama school, maybe just after drama school, my friend ran a PR company.
Yeah.
And I was sort of like, if they were out at meetings or doing pitches, because there were just the two of them, I would kind of go in and answer the phone and do filing and stuff. And I was terrible at it. I mean, it was like, my friend employing me, it was like charity work. It was just awful.
Why were you so terrible at it?
Well, filing is quite complicated.
It's normally alphabetical.
No, but like there'd be photographs of things, and I'll file that under B for bin. I think a lot of things went missing.
B for boring.
Yeah, a lot of things went missing while I was there, and I would answer the phone and go, "Oh yes, I'll send that to you directly." And then I'd hang up and go, oh, I don't know who that was. I can't find the thing I'm supposed to send them. All I remember about it was about earlier and earlier every day, I'd go, I'd have my lunch.
8:30, carving.
It really would be about kind of 9:45, and I'd be, and then it's a very long afternoon if you had your lunch at 10 o'clock.
How long did you do this gainful employment?
I used to do it off and on.
Okay.
For quite a long time.
See, I remember when my first job after leaving school was working for Tetley Tea Company, and I did have to file.
Oh yes,
I was
a lot of things for tea.
A lot of filing under tea, exactly. And I would type things, and then I'd have the
Tetley
copy to put in the file. I never once got asked to find anything from the file.
That was lucky.
No, yes, because I'd thrown it all away.
I mean, the thing is, like, a bad employee can really wreck a place.
Can they, though?
Yes. They really can.
I mean, that was quite a big organisation. So, and also I'd probably typed the letter myself. And as you were talking about in a previous episode, Tipex that we had.
Oh, yes.
If you Tipex on the front copy that it goes to somebody, you can't really do more than one mistake because it looks bad. But then when you Tipex the behind copy and you've got carbon paper, you Tipex that bit out as well because you've got to correct the file copy.
Yes.
And then you don't let it dry properly and then it mixes with the carbon and it's just a big grey smudge.
So, someone at Tetley is now going, oh my God, I remember those. It was her.
Yeah, I asked her so many times for things from the file and she said yes and then nothing ever appeared.
But it is incredible the way things are kept. Like, I don't know what I'd be doing in Ireland, and I got this big parcel.
Yeah.
And it was a letter from Guinness.
Oh, yes.
Where my dad used to work.
Oh, yes.
And they had the letter he had sent applying for the job.
Oh.
And it had been in a filing cabinet.
Oh my God, they sent it to you?
Yeah.
Just because you're famous?
Yeah. But they'd kept it that whole time. You know, what it must be 70 years.
Did that make you sad?
I was really touched that one, they'd thought to send me, but also that, like, how big are their filing cabinets? I mean, that's a lot of stuff. And also, you weren't working there, and nor was I, because if we had been, they would never have found that letter.
It's a sweet thing, but also, as you're getting rid of everything at the moment, have you still got it?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
Yes. It's in my other house of shit in Ireland.
Have you put it behind glass?
It is behind. They sent it behind glass.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, no, they framed it up and everything, yeah. Because it was his handwriting. You know, he'd written the letter, you know, using all the phrases from a book. You know, obviously been how to apply for a job.
Did he go to ChatGPT?
No. Oh, well done. You got there. Yay. No, he did not. You know, because he used to have those books.
You did?
Yeah, where how to write a letter, you know, of thanks, how to write a letter of bereavement or, you know, condolences and everything.
Yes.
And yeah, he'd obviously used the how to get a job one.
Oh.
I know, adorable. But anyway, look, none of this is helping Selena.
No, but it was a lovely story.
So listen, but I do think the key here, Selena, is not to involve your friend.
I know, but at some point she's got to speak to her friend as well.
Oh, no.
After she's spoken to the boy?
Totally after. And it's not a boy. Man. He's a man.
All right.
He's a young man. He's got a job. And you need to treat him with the respect that is it.
Yes.
Because you are paying him.
Yeah.
And luckily, you've given on this 6-month contract, which is great, Selena, because we all have a get out here. And you can kind of go to him, I don't think you're happy here. And hopefully he'll agree.
Yeah.
And then you can talk to the friend and go, turns out he wasn't happy. And yeah.
It's that awful thing when you sit someone down and say, how do you think it's going?
Yeah.
And you know what's coming.
Yeah, and
that's when you kind of go, oh no, are you going to sack me? Oh, please don't.
my mum will kill me. She said I'd be no good.
Oh, sorry, Selena. We're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you.
I think we're being rather helpful.
Yes, I think so too, in a way. But I am now that little boy. No, he's a man. He's a man. I am now that man who feels hopeless. You see, I think, Selena, you didn't give him someone who he could shadow. You know that thing when you just mentoring. He needs a mentor. There isn't you. There's somebody who can say, "Oi, buck up your ideas. You didn't get in until 9:30 this morning. We start at 9." Or that kind of thing about his accounting failures.
Wangers. Now, the Wangers get early eyes on the problems. They emailed us. That's what they did. wangingon@listen.co.uk. You could do that too. And then you could be sending in responses like these people what did.
Craig says, it's a very tricky position to be in. However, the term investment in people should come to mind.
Wow.
Maybe put some time and finance into any courses he may need to improve. What? Nurture his skill set and hopefully he'll become a better member of your staff instead of just chucking him on the scrap heap. You see...
Is Craig his dad?
Yes. I kind of hear what Craig is saying.
Yeah, but... It's 6 months, and it's not, you know, it's not a trainee scheme. I mean, I think...
Well, I think that's where Selena went wrong, is that she didn't treat it as such, i.e. give him a mentor, give him someone to kind of, you know, guide him. He's got a great attitude, he's very keen, but he doesn't really know what he's doing.
But it's accounting. I mean, like, how much hand-holding do you need? You know, what? I just feel like it's a very specific skill. You know, it's things, you either know how to do that or you don't.
True.
Yeah.
Angela says, different view. He's got to go. Capital letters. Why have you got to pay for a useless employee just because he's your mate's son? Yeah.
What does Matt have to say? Let's listen.
So I think Selena needs to offer to do her friend's accounting pro bono, then let the son do the accounts. They'll soon realise he's in the wrong line of work with no intervention required.
Matt should be hosting the show.
Genius, Matt. Genius.
That is genius.
What are you doing next week? Can you come and join us, Matt? Because frankly, we don't know what we're talking about.
That is such a good idea. Such a good idea.
I mean, it's evil, but it's good.
But also hilarious.
Yeah.
Because they'll get behind with their tax.
Yeah.
Everything.
And then they'll have
their house will be repossessed. And then he'll be unemployed and won't have anywhere to live. Yes, well done, Matt.
Very, very good.
We couldn't have thought of that ourselves.
No, I know. Why
it's
didn't
so
we?
evil.
Marie says, could you extend his probation by, say, 2 months, but on the condition that you review the training you provide at the beginning of the 2 months? This is going nowhere. Then have and then have another review after the extension, prolonging the agony here. This happened to me once. My 3-month probation was extended by another 3. The original training was not great. I know I shouldn't say that, but it's true. I was kept on after the probation extension and worked there for another 10 years. Then what happened?
Yeah, lucky Marie. Getting away with it for a decade. She's still here.
Calculator. I thought we'd let you go.
It was only a year, but she thought it was 10.
John says, let him go, but tell your friend first to soften the blow and explain your reasons why. Try and spin this as a positive. You're helping him realise what he's not very good at. So he can go out into the world and discover his true calling. Well.
No, that is true. I think you could encourage him. Because you must have seen him work now. You know where his skill set might be. I know you think it's making tea, but you could encourage him to look in a different area of finance.
Yes, I just think, the boy has a good attitude and he's very keen. Now, if you look at it the other way around, it could be your friend's son who has a really bad attitude and is not keen.
Yes, that's worse.
We've got something going on here. There is a positive here.
And I think Selena must mention that to the friend when she's winding this down. Kind of go, hats off to you. He's just brilliant. He's got such great attitude. Keen as anything.
But just this is not for him.
Yeah, but a bit thick. Yeah. Takes after his dad.
Oh, yeah. Burn all the bridges.
We don't envy you, Selena, but good luck with whatever you decide to do. And thank you for writing in. We will have a second dilemma very soon.
This episode of Wanging On is brought to you by Co-op's new meals range, Served.
Yes, which means we get to answer a special bonus, Am I Weird, from our wangers. Maria?
Hi, Graham and Maria. Am I weird that I eat a takeaway at the dining table with proper crockery and napkins, and even a candle, even when I'm on my own? I like to make a bit of an occasion of my evening meal, so I'll often decant my grub. That was not a sentence I thought I'd say today. I'll often decant my grub into a proper serving dish and everything. I imagine most of your listeners or wangers would think this is excessively fancy. What would you say? Well, I think you're quite lonely. That's from Bryony. No, I don't think you're lonely. I think it's quite nice because one of the reasons I don't cook, Graham, is it takes so long to do it, marinating, chopping, and then nobody spends as long thanking you. They go, oh, that was nice.
They don't even say that.
They don't even say that.
You kind of think, I spent half an hour chopping that.
Half a day preparing this.
Yeah, and then they're just...
So I always think not worth having people over for dinner. You might have noticed that.
No, I think what Bryony... Look, I think it's the thing that, that way that people live. And I think sometimes if there's no one there, they kind of, there's no one here. So they just sit there with the overhead light on. They wouldn't light a candle, And you kind of think, there is someone there.
Yeah.
You. And it's about kind of self-respect in a way.
And self-love, I think, because... it does take a short amount of time to do. Now what am I going to do? So you might as well candle, napkins, serve a thing. Really savour what you're eating.
But is it a bit like a tree falling in the forest?
If no one's there to watch you.
So do you have to Instagram it to prove that it happened?
I think, Bryony, every time you do this, set up a little camera in the corner of the room.
Live stream it.
Live stream.
OnlyFans. Stick your feet in it.
Have some dirty socks on while you're eating. These socks are also available.
I think we've changed Bryony's life. She's quit her job.
Why do we always have to go low, Graham? That's what I want to know. When Bryony was high and we went low.
But I liked what Bryony was doing. She had her candle, she had her napkins, she used the word decant, and then with grub.
Decanting the grub.
yeah, decant that grub.
I think that's a good rap song. Decanting the grub.
Okay, I'll stop you there.
So I'm going to say, Bryony, you're not weird.
No, I think you're clever. And I think your evening will be much more enjoyable than someone who just sits there with a bit of tinfoil, slumped on the telly, getting it all down their jumper.
I agree. Even a kind of tray is a little bit kind of outre.
Oh, no, I like a tray.
Tray. A tray is outre.
Outre tray. But with a little flower. A single rose, perhaps.
But I'm also going to say, Bryony, why don't you invite some people round so you're not writing to us to say, am I weird?
Well, look, Bryony, those are our thoughts. But if you want to have a fancy meal tonight, why not try Co-op's new meal range, Served?
Yeah, these are ready-to-cook meals prepared with fresh ingredients that you can cook in 30 minutes without having to follow an absurdly complicated recipe.
And if you're a Co-op member, you can pick up an Italian-inspired main plus 2 sides for just £7.
There's a wide range to choose from, including aubergine parmigiana with garlic potatoes and tender stem broccoli.
Or chicken and mushroom Alfredo with gnocchi and tender stem broccoli, or perhaps a side salad.
Yeah, or what we have here, Graham, which is Italian meatballs with fusilli and Mediterranean vegetables.
Ooh. They're good, aren't they? You can choose your next meal in store, or you can even get it delivered in as little as 20 minutes. Just to use Co-op Delivery, Uber Eats, Deliveroo, or Just Eat.
Proper portions, zero stress, and prepared with fresh ingredients.
Dinner is served.
£8 for non-members. Co-op group membership required, subject to availability. See coop.co.uk/served for details. Delivery partners, terms and conditions apply.
Maria? Mm-hmm. Is there a second envelope?
There is.
Oh,
and
lovely.
Thank you for saying envelope all the time. Dear Graham and Maria, I went on holiday on a group tour earlier this year and met a lovely chap. We got along really well and agreed to keep in touch. The thing is, ever since then, he's been bombarding me with silly viral videos and memes on WhatsApp. If he sees anything remotely amusing on social media, it will be immediately sent to me, and it's getting on my last nerve. I'm not on social media myself, and I've stopped responding when he sends these things, but he carries on. I reckon I'm getting 3 or 4 stupid little videos or links per week. I want it to stop. What do I do? And that is from Susan. I presume, Susan, you've decided that this isn't going to be a romance or a lasting friendship.
Was it ever a romance?
Well, they got on really well and agreed to keep in touch.
That sounds like...
It sounds
Hello.
like, she was perhaps expecting something more. I do think, though, Graham, I don't know if you agree, people hide behind things like memes and GIFs and funny videos and sort of trying to check out, do you find this as funny as I do? Or if I send you this, I won't have to talk about myself, or I won't have to discuss anything personal. It's like a barrier to real speaky.
There's that. I think there is a kind of, it's not even a barrier, I think. It's just a kind of an easiness thing. I don't know if I'm thinking about you, but I've nothing really to say to you.
Right.
But I found this funny thing of a kitten falling off a chair. There you go. Have it.
Do you find it as funny as me?
Yeah, and, but I think, Susan, here's my thing, is... I was with Susan the whole way through this lecture.
Oh, were you?
Until we got to 3 or 4 stupid little videos. I thought you was going to say a day.
Yeah, no, 3 or 4 a week is not a lot.
There's 7 days.
Yeah.
It's not even 1 a day. So, But, how busy are you, Susan? Because you're not responding to them already. So unless he's sending whole episodes of Friends or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like this episode. Here, have this. Then what's the problem? I mean, if you genuinely think, well, this is done, he's not my friend, then just block him because you've got no, you don't owe this guy anything. You're not his friend, and just get rid.
I think there's a clue in the group tour thing there, isn't there? At the very beginning. Lots of people kind of looking to extend their friendship groups.
Yes, and they did, and they got on. I mean, I think the thing maybe what you should do, Susan, I don't know where this guy lives. Maybe it's time to meet him again and see, was it just a holiday thing or is there a friendship?
Yeah.
Because I think you've forgotten who the guy is. All you've got are these stupid videos.
Cat videos.
And, and they're irritating you and da-da-da. So maybe there's still a genuine guy there. And when you meet up, you could have a conversation about your relationship with your phone versus his relationship with his phone.
Well, as you say, you're not on social media, really. So he's kind of, he's sending these things into the darkness, but obviously you're getting them. I mean, WhatsApp groups is one of those things that drive people crazy. A lot of people, I think I've heard comedians talk about this, have neighborhood groups and people send you things about, what do you think to this color blue for my living room?
See, I don't mind all of that.
You don't mind that? But
I don't react to it.
Oh, you don't say, no, it's lovely?
No. I just ignore it.
And
I have no interest in what colour blue it is.
Someone saying, oh, has anybody got a pair of loppers? I need to cut my bush. And
surely you responded to that.
No, but then people on the neighbourhood group say, no, sorry, I haven't. You don't need to say, no, sorry, I haven't. Just don't respond. That's not useful.
No, the only one I'm in is one for my drama school, or my year at drama school. They have one.
You were there with Laurence Olivier, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Yes.
He was marvellous.
And Vivian Lee.
Bit bonkers, her. Yeah.
Very good, though. Very, very good.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And so that's all right, is it? You don't bother each other too much?
Oh, no, it's endlessly.
Oh.
I'll pick up my phone and it'll be, 97 WhatsApp messages and I'll just know, oh, that's that WhatsApp group.
Oh, my goodness. Do you not bother to read them?
No. Once in a blue moon, after Christmas, we met up physically. Actually, a bit like I was saying to Susan.
Yeah, meet up physically.
Meet up with these people. And it reminded me of how fond I am of all these people. And then I did put a message in there kind of going, I'm just a lurker on this WhatsApp group, but I love tonight, and it means something that we've been friends for 30 years and all that stuff. And I just thought,
see you next year.
Yeah, that kind of, yeah, exactly. And I could do lurk in this WhatsApp group. I don't do all the birthdays because they say happy birthday to everybody. Yeah, which is nice. It's a lovely thing. But myself, I don't do it.
You don't do it?
I don't.
You turned into a New Yorker there, an old New Yorker man. I don't do it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's your birthday, so what?
So, Susan, I would say try and meet up with this guy just to refresh your memory about what it was you ever liked about him.
Yes, and to make him talk properly one-to-one about things that aren't on line.
Yeah, and don't make him, don't criticize him, I think, because you don't do this, Susan, but a lot of people do communicate like this. So I think what you need to say to him is, oh, that's not me, but if you've, I love hearing from you. If you've got something to say.
See, I doubt that that's communication. That's just rehashing something you've seen on the internet.
But it is a lot of people, that is how they
reach out.
Yeah. They just kind of, they just they see a funny thing and they just send it to people. And on one level, it's kind of cute because you were on my mind and I've sent you this. Or
the other thing you could do is go away. I don't know who you are. Please stop bothering me and my family or I'll call the police.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that would solve it.
As a last resort.
Yeah. And then you got a meme of a kitten going...
And that makes me like him again then, you see? Then you can respond with something from Halloween. Stabby, 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 stabby.
Have the Wangers any advice?
No.
They're young. They're young. They'll know all about this GIF nonsense.
GIF. Okay. Ian says, find the weirdest videos you can and start sending them to him. You see, I was with him. With any luck, he'll think you're a total oddball and cease all contact. Problem solved. Do you know who we've heard from now?
Lou and Pearl.
Yay! send a frill-free response. Frill-free?
We're about to find out what that is.
Oh, yeah. Like, please stop sending these, or I don't have social media. Or you can try placing their account on ice for a little breather, then defrost when the mood strikes. I think that's just delaying.
Does that mean temporarily block them?
I guess so, yeah.
Or muting them or something?
She
I
says
don't know.
putting them on ice for a little breather. She's mixing all her metaphors here.
Frill-free ice.
Frill-free, Free Willy, whatever. Faye, get a new number. There. Bosh.
Wow.
Done. Quite harsh. Cherry says, are you planning to ever see this guy in person again? If not, just block him. And if that feels a bit harsh, send a note saying his messages are unbearable. That does seem harsh. And then block him. That way he can sit and think about what he's done. Oh my goodness, are you a teacher?
Cherry's very firm. I like the way you're like, if that seems harsh, here's a harsher thing. If you thought that was harsh.
Mark says, if you're ignoring him, he's not doing any harm. Just let him carry on. It obviously brings him pleasure. You never know, if you're having a bad day, he might send you something that cheers you up a bit. I think if you stop responding to him, he'll stop sending them. He's got to get the message at some point.
Yes.
Sending,
But
crying
also,
cats
I feel
into
like,
the void.
it's 4 a week. Susan is, I think, slightly overreacting to this. It suggests she doesn't get any messages.
Yeah.
4 a week is not a lot, I would say. Anyway, thanks for getting in touch, Susan, and I hope we helped. We're nearly out of time, but to wrap things up, it's Am I Weird? And today's comes courtesy of Dean. He's in Ipswich. Maria, take it away.
Yes. Hi, Graham and Maria. Am I weird that I only have one pair of shoes? My family and friends seem to think I am. What's the point in having more? I'm not a fashionista. I literally just need 2 things to put on my feet, and they're called trainers. Job done. I mean, it's not really weird. It's a bit, what happens if one of your shoes breaks?
I'm saying weird.
Oh.
I'm saying weird. What, you're going to a funeral on trainers? How old are you, Dean? And, just
Well, maybe he's young and he's not going to funerals because he doesn't need to yet.
Well, if he's writing to us, I feel he's quite old.
I think probably for Dean, his one pair of shoes thing is his kink. It's like that's what makes him interesting. Some people just need something to say in the pub when they're going, it's quite hot out, isn't it? Do you know I've only got one pair of shoes? And it strikes up a conversation right then and there.
Oh, yeah. I think unless you're like Howard Hughes or, Steve Jobs or something, then you can do a kind of cool thing where I only wear trainers. It's my uniform.
Good that you've done 2 dead people.
Oh, yes. Well,
They don't need any shoes.
Yeah. Take the hint, Dean. So I just feel like, if you're a certain sort of person, you can kind of go, yes, I have a uniform and this is the way I dress and da-da-da. And whether it's a wedding, a funeral, a business meeting, going to the pub on a Saturday, I am wearing this.
Yeah, I get the feeling that Dean probably only has 2 T-shirts and 2 pairs of trousers as well. Normally people who are frugal in that matter, we don't know if it's an economic thing anyway.
It doesn't seem like it's an economic thing.
It does feel like it's his thing.
Yeah, and clearly people are going on at him, kind of like, really, you're wearing those trainers again? I just feel like, Dean, hopefully, there will be moments in your life that require more than trainers.
Yeah.
And
I actually think also, Dean, there'll be things in your life that are weirder.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
As time goes on. I think he'll be a regular.
It's Dean again.
Yeah. What is it this week, Dean? One of your shoes is broken?
Yeah. Am I weird that I only own one shoe and hop everywhere?
That would be good. I would like that one.
And then we'd say yes. I am saying yes, he is weird to this. What are you saying?
I'm saying not weird, just get something more interesting to be your thing.
All right. Well, Dean, there we have it. And another edition of Wanging On has come to an end.
Yes, and if you're looking for actual experts, there's more information on our Instagram at Wanging On. Oh, and if you're looking for entirely non-expert advice, email wangingon@listen.co.uk.
Wanging On with Graham and Maria is a Listen production, and we'll be back next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.